Hey everyone, Chris from Computer Stuff here. So I've been asked a few times lately why Apple computers are my favorite computers or why I like them so much. In fact, I've even been accused of being an Apple sycophant. And what I would like to I'd like to lay the cards out and let people know that I don't obsess over Apples. I'm not a fanboy, and I don't think that they are the only best machines out there. But I do generally very, very much enjoy and like Apple computers, and here's why. See, the reason why I like Apples is simply that it's generally that you can't go wrong with buying an Apple computer. Apple tends to first off, one of the biggest problems in PC manufacturing, and for that matter, PC marketing and the purchasing experience, is that most PC manufacturers, Acer, Dell, Lenovo, all these guys, HP, their lineup is very fragmented. I mean, there are literally hundreds of Inspirons, hundreds of IdeaPads, ThinkPads, Pavilions, so much to the point that we get people in our comment section asking us, well, how do you tell between the two different kinds of models? And the thing is that that doesn't really happen with Apple computers all that much. Apple has since expanded their lineup pretty significantly in the last decade. You know, you've got the MacBook Airs and a variety of MacBook Pros. But the fact is that all MacBook Pro 13s, all MacBook Pro 16s, all MacBook Airs, they all look and function basically the same. And with the exception of changing out things like storage and RAM, mostly the insides are pretty much the same as well. You know what you're buying when you're getting into a MacBook, or for that matter, a Mac Mini, iMac, you get the idea. But the point is that their approach to personal computers is less fragmented. And that makes for a much easier buying experience, and it also makes for a much easier manufacturing experience. As a result, you generally get something that is very, very good quality. Now, it's not that Apples don't have their problems. I mean, you can certainly find an iMac and a MacBook and Mac Minis, whatever, and they can either have issues with their hard drives. Some of the more recent problems some of the M1 Macs have been having is that their solid state media expires faster than it should, and that's due to some read-write issues that they have, and also the fact that you can't swap it out by, like with an NVMe drive, you can't pull it out and put a new one in. No, you've got to desolder it, and it's kind of a whole thing. Apples are also notoriously harder to repair, more expensive to repair. There's also a lot of issues with Apple letting you repair your own stuff, making it harder for repair facilities finding parts, chips, this kind of thing. So it's not like Apple is the greatest company to ever live, but there are just some things that I really like about the Apple philosophy, so to speak. It tends to be that we see far fewer Apple computers come through our doors for repair than we do PCs, and I don't think that that's a coincidence. We in our general area of Williamsburg, I think we have almost an equal amount of users. We're right next to a college, so for example, there's probably a ton of users that are running on Macs. But in any event, I just like Apple computers because it tends to be that the operating system does have fewer issues. And just generally, I've been running, Macs in our offices for a long time. They've always held up very, very well. So again, no, I don't think that they are the end-all, be-all of computers, but I think for most people, if you can afford the Apple tax, getting into a Mac, if you don't need a Windows-specific machine for whatever reason, or Linux even, if you don't mind paying the Apple tax, it just allows you to get a generally very, very nice functioning computer that probably won't have a whole lot of problems. But that said, there are some fabulous offerings from Dell and Lenovo and Acer. I really, really love Dell's Inspiron series. They're well priced, well made, except for some thermal issues that have been kind of creeping up lately. And otherwise there are plenty of innovative companies out there. Apple doesn't have touchscreens, for example, on any of their products except for the iPhones or iPads, whereas PCs have really embraced this like two-in-one philosophy. So, again, there is something for everyone out there. I'm not trying to yuck anybody's yum, except for HP users. But that said, yeah, that's why I like Apple computers, and it's as simple as that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll be back with another opinionated video really soon.